What's going on, everybody? Dogman Dan here. We're in Warframe. I am on my alternate account, as you can see, and this is actually the last mission result that I just got. I finally got my Hornet Strike mod, which is pretty awesome, and I got a couple reflection mods and a Sabo key here, and a little bit of rank up along the way. But what we're talking about here is going to be Spy 2.0 stuff, and it's interesting is because it doesn't take a lot to run Spy 2.0. As you can see, I'm just going to show you what I've got on here. I do not have a lot because I just don't have the cash to load things up. So what you see is basically what you get. So you're going to be working with, in these missions, you're going to be learning your skill. Really, to be honest, let me just throw that there. So they're kind of nice in the fact that now that I finally got Hornet Strike, I can go ahead and put that on. There we go. A little bit of something. I don't have the credits to rank stuff up, so that being the case, we just leave it as it is. As you can see, I got the Tempo Royale stance. I worked my ass off to get that on this account from that Phoenix Intercept alert. I'll just say that. But realistically, what's really nice about the Spy 2.0 is, one, you're going to get some decent rewards out of it. And depending upon which level you go on, is going to be dependent upon what you get. So actually, what I've noted is on the lower levels, you're going to get, like, you can manage to get the dual stat mods for the melee. On, let's say, the mid levels, you can manage to get the dual stat mods, I think, for the pistols. And then on the high levels, I believe it's dual stats on the rifles, if I remember correctly. But anyways, you can see I've got some planets open. Not everything is all done yet, but realistically, how you want to do this, and it's entirely up to you. I have people ask me all the time, even high-level players, how do you do the spy missions? Because I suck so bad at them, is, you know, basically what people say. Really? Start low. Start in the bottom. I mean, you're going to get the same boosting of credit in terms of XP gains and stuff, right? So you're going to get the extra XP gains for going silent and doing all that stuff. And I'm just going to do this right here. And if you're a new player, and you don't have many mods, this is a great way to pick up some really nice mods. I've gotten Split Chamber off of here. I've gotten Hell's Chamber off of here. Obviously, I just got Hornet Strike off of here. Serrations. You know, you can manage to get some pretty decent mods out of this, which is nice. And you're also learning some skill, getting some level ups, and all that along the way. So, and these are actually something that you can play solo. Especially if you start, you know, low. You know, you're not going to get anything special now. The other thing to think of here is that when we're talking spy missions, the only time you don't want to be alerted is when you're actually in the spy room itself. Okay. A nice way to learn all the new maps as well, the new spy rooms, is by doing this. Okay, because each one, of course, we know they're fairly dynamic now, the way DE has done them. So you have a total of 12 different rooms, 6 Corpus, 6 Grenier. And there's different traps and stuff in them, and I think by now most people realize that. But the traps change. You know, it even changes if I do this mission over and over and over, okay? But this is going to allow me to do a few different things. And it's just as simple as, could I potentially go to a high level right now as I am? No. I mean, realistically, I don't think so based off of how I'm set up. I mean, I'm really good with my stuff. You know, I've just been playing for a long time. I know how to work it all. Don't need a lot of mods on them. But realistically, I still want to be able to do this. And when I'm having issues, or when I first did this when the new maps came out, I came over here and I ran them, even on my good account, I ran them on the low level a few times so I could understand the maps a little bit better. And that seems to work out pretty well. Okay, it's just a matter of taking your time, and of course you guys know me, I don't, if you've watched my stuff, you know that generally I don't go fast. Okay, so I take my time. First thing I do though, is when I get to a room, is I'll hack the console to make sure that I am no longer in an alerted state. knew he was there. So we'll just take care of those couple guys. Then we'll come over here. Once we're out of the alerted state, then we'll go ahead and open up the room. And I've had a lot of people ask me, hey, can you do some of this new player stuff, you know, to kind of go through some of these maps and how you do them. And yeah, and actually this is perfect. This is perfect, because now you can see how we do this room. This is probably one of the most challenging rooms of all of them. We're just gonna wait a minute for this guy, this little drone here, for him. Ah, I'm stuck! Okay, not stuck. There you go. So he didn't see me. So I'm going to come up over here. That's the first thing you do. You get by that drone. Why am I getting stuck? Doesn't make any sense. And you come over to this area here. There's, if you remember the first time I did this, there's these lasers that are actually blocking the hack points. So you have to actually take out 2 of these. Okay, we dropped one of the laser beams. Now we got another set still there. So we're going to roll around to the next portion. And these new rooms are actually pretty cool. Take our time. We'll take a look. Right there is where we want to go. Just below. So we're going to wait till that drone is not, sensor regulator, whatever they are, is not on me, is not watching. And then I'm just going to drop on in. Okay. I don't have anything that's silent, and I definitely don't have a Loki or anything like that on, and especially on this account, I don't have that stuff, so I've got to learn through trial and error. You're not going to be perfect every time. You don't want to go back up through there, because you'll meet the regulators. You want to come back up through here, if I can. Yeah. Okay. So now you're up here. And if you come back over here, you can see where we were just at. Okay, so we've now unlocked the 2 lasers that were in the center of the room. On the higher level missions, sometimes you're going to have an Eximus inside that room. Now, there's a couple things you could do. You could open this door, and that'll unlock everything. But I've found by doing that, the regulators can actually go into that room and see you. So I will bypass that, come back through this pipe, over to here, and then I'll go in from the top. So I'll just jump over. Oh shoot, I screwed that up so bad. And that's gonna happen too. You'll screw things up. It happens. I mean, can't be perfect all the time. Ah, son of a bitch. So now, what do I do? What do I do? I'm screwed up. I can't get into that room fast enough. Got 30 seconds. I can get into that room. Don't worry. We're fine. Like I said, it happens. I screwed up on my running and talking and jumping, and he's in there, isn't he? Plenty of time. There we go. We're still fine. So, that didn't work out the way I wanted it to. But, we still got through it. And that's going to happen too. I mean, face the reality. You can't be perfect every time. Sometimes I screw things up. Hey, you know, it happens. Let's get up here. Ah, la, la, la. Use everything that you have in terms of tools. I mean, use your abilities and whatnot to get through it, you know. If people are still watching the video. I mean, you can fast track and run through things real quickly and do all that, you know, super speed, but that's just not me. Never has been. I like to collect as many credits as I can in missions. I like to take my time. I mean, especially when you're looking for hidden rooms, when you're doing syndicate stuff. The way to really learn the ins and outs of everything is to just take your time and do it. But not everybody is like that, so I understand that as well. You don't have to do it exactly like anybody else. Do it as you want to do it. But these are a nice way to kind of learn your abilities, learn your frame, learn your weapons. You get some decent mods. Sometimes get some good credits, you know, stuff like that. Again, don't worry about necessarily being noticed, alerted until you're at these rooms. Then the first thing you do is come over to that, reset your alarms, and then come into the actual room itself. Take your time, take a look at the room. The rooms change. Sometimes there's regulators here, so you gotta watch out. Can I go this way? I can go straight on down this way, which is fine, and I'll do that. There we go. That elevator goes up, but I'm going to take a look down in here. Because we all know now, this is one of the original ones. They've changed them up now, though. The traps change on these rooms every time you play them. So let's just see, though, because this is lower level, so this will be easier, a little bit easier. I mean, a lot of this is learning the room. So trial by error, running on lower level missions till you get to the higher level missions, and then when you get to the higher level missions, it's not so bad when you have a million traps going because you understand the room enough that you know how to get around the traps. Timers change a bit as well. I mean, higher level missions have less time to, if you get alerted in a mission, to solve the puzzle and get out properly. But I think you understand. These can be really good skill-based missions, to be honest. I mean, like I said, there's a way to challenge yourself, if you will. The end result is usually always satisfying. If you don't get them all, you know, if you miss a room, I mean, it happens. You're not gonna always be perfect. And what's nice is if you run these enough times and you get those mods, you know, if you get the same mods over and over, you don't need a lot of credits to actually, you know, fuse the same exact mods together. So that is always nice to have extras and extras. It doesn't require as much credits to fuse the same mod together in that respect, but you can make some credits off of this. Alright, so again, here we are, last room. Just go ahead, reset the alarm.
You're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now, and they will start destroying the data. Alarms reset. They do not suspect the thing.
Open that up. There we go. Take your time. Watch out for these guys. Sometimes there's little shocker things on the bottom there. You don't want to hit those with the regulators around, because if the regulators get hit by them, they will get alerted. They will not get killed. And then what I do is I will just go this way. Hopefully not fail too much. Here we go. There's a few ways in this room to go, of course. Knock that out. Knock this bridge out. This has been the easiest way I've found to get across. But you can come up right here from inside as well. Now, one of the other rooms that we didn't see has a lynx in the center of it,
We have everything we came for.
and if you get alerted in that room, the lynx will drop and will go. You have to defeat him, which is actually not necessarily a bad thing, because if you're looking for the lynx sigil, that is an easy way to get that sigil. Just as an FYI. Ow. Just work with what you got. You don't need to be completely stealth. You'll get extra stealth, obviously, bonus multipliers and stuff like that by doing things stealth, but,
Heads up. A Grineer assault team
you know,
is headed
I mean, realistically, we're not all running stealthy stuff. We're not all running Lokis or Ashes or any of that stuff, you know. We're not all running silent weapons. Not everybody wants to run those. What some people may call cheesing out, you know, the easy way to do something. Which sometimes is not a bad thing either. I mean, if you want to get through something quick, you want to get some mods quick, that type of stuff, you can do that. It's perfectly good to use as well, and especially on those corpus maps with the lasers. It gives you a chance to understand the lasers. Work backwards if you want to. Get to the end and then backtrack it and see the different options. Just take your time in the rooms and figure them out. I mean, I don't know how else to say that. Hopefully, though, you enjoyed this. Hopefully, it was semi-informative or informative enough for new players. Even some others that are always asking about it. And let's see what we get. So I got a heavy impact. I got some credits, another Sabo key. For me, this works out well. So I can always use more credits, of course. Heavy impact is nice to have gotten. Nothing wrong with that at all. Anyway, comments, questions below. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching as always. I'll see you soon.